Keep that shit coming. I like that a lot. Let's get it. Shake it like understand who I is. Not that many gon' do it like this. Bob your head, you can hear my shit, but I'm on my shit. I ain't has no chill. I'm who I are. I'm.
Seems like a silly question, but not really.
All right, so we are live once again. TDG Live. I'm Sean, your host. Coming at you for round two. Had a little bit of audio issues, but with our sound engineers, King and CQ, we got things. We got things rolling again. So sorry about that, guys. So we're just starting from the beginning. So we're gonna do our introductions. I'm gonna start from our right. Just go ahead and let us know your name, your age, your occupation, and your relationship status.
I am Candace. I am to the right. And I'm a dental hygienist. I'm 37. Um, and my status is in between. I will be divorced on Friday. Got a little bit of experience underneath my belt.
Underneath them wings, okay? So, guys, Friday, put up on Saturday.
Oh.
Officially ready.
Yes, sir.
No?
No. You got any questions about that?
We might.
I mean, I have a couple, but this isn't the time.
Get there.
Okay. Well, my name is Brittany Renee. You can find me on the internet's Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Curly Locks LLC. I am 37 years old and habitually single.
I am Darren, aka DJ Demo. You can find me on Instagram, DJ Demo Darren. I am a mental health specialist. I am 41 and very, 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 very single.
Are you 41?
Was it very
It's all right.
Why are they laughing?
No, I don't know if we have.
It's like, wait a minute.
We're gonna go with that.
That's what the man said. He's 41. Now, what about you?
Hey, the lie detector determined that was a lie. But we'll leave it there. Maybe next time he'll tell us his real age. So I'm your host, Sean. I'm 41. Work IT for the government for the time being, I guess, unless Doge gets me. But also, we got the side hustle doing this show. So I'm hoping to bring you guys some education, awesome entertainment, and just have some fun doing this. But anyways, before I do this any further, we're just going to jump on into the questions for tonight, since we're a little bit behind. So the first question of the night: are there certain things that should or shouldn't or can't be said to the opposite sex, i.e., man up or stop being a bitch?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. But I don't know if it's gender fueled. I just think let's just be a little bit more respectful to one another. Like, what? Don't curse at me. You don't. And it's damaging too, right? Because what's the stop being a bitch in response to what? Because
Anything.
And the why are you saying
I mean,
these
if you
things?
are called that word, you will definitely get a response, no matter what.
yeah, but backtrack to why it was set out, right? Because
Was the intention to hurt your feelings? And if so, that's a bigger problem.
but what is it in response to? Like, what did that person do? Like, okay, obviously it sounds like it's directed towards a male, but like, what did the male do that would trigger such a response? Because I feel like in general, people don't like um express things the way that they should or communicate the way that they're capable of because they're like, shut up, stop being a bitch. Stop having emotions.
Shut your bitch ass up.
Right? Like so like
That's your inability to communicate effectively, essentially.
maybe, but
like
like
saying
I
that.
don't want to shut you up because you got emotions and I'm like, oh look at you, you being a bitch. You know what I mean? That's so like you can't expect a person to continue to open up to you or to be vulnerable with you if you like, shut up, you being a bitch.
Well, I mean, I think honestly, because you're at your point, and before you get annoyed, and then things kind of go sideways from there. So it's a gray area. Depends on the situation too. So like, I'm gonna call you a bitch because you being a bitch and you deserve it,
Don't ever call me a bitch. I'm starting
or I
right
want you,
now.
or I want you to shut up. I want you to shut up, and that'll be it.
No.
Hmm.
No, I'm not going to talk to you that way. If we're together, I'm not going to talk to you that way because that's disrespectful. And I would hope that you wouldn't talk to me that way either. There's a lot of other ways you can say, hey, you're being loud. Hey, I don't agree with what you're saying. Hey, what you're saying feels and like an attack to me. We have words, not like slash downs with the fucking chainsaw.
Yeah, I would never say anything to disrespect anyone, and I would expect them to do the same for me. And the minute that somebody in a relationship then speaks to me in that way, it's already done in my head. Like, you don't respect me, I can't do this.
Well,
I didn't
well,
deserve that kind of
that's the
talk.
point. That's the point. It's the relationship. It's the person. You know, everyone's different. Every relationship is different. So
So are you cool with somebody calling you a bitch?
hell no,
So are you cool to call
Hell
somebody else
no.
a bitch?
hell no.
You let that roll a little bit real comfortable.
No, no. I mean, it'll be like kind of last resort. That'll be kind of like the last resort kind of word. If things ain't getting resolved, you know, hey,
Y'all are neck and neck at the height of the argument. And you ain't got
exactly.
no other
Your
cards
relationships
to
But
pull
normally
except
turn
for to
out.
call him a
but
bitch.
it has to be 50-50, and then hey, I'm gonna call you a bitch. You call me a bitch, and we having dinner after that.
Well, see, I think you guys are getting hung up on the word bitch and calling people a bitch. I said any kind of words or phrases, that you shouldn't say to the opposite sex. For instance, I had a friend. Well, I guess we're still friends. We don't talk that much, but I guess we're still
Because you
friends.
called her a bitch.
No, actually, no. I referred. I don't think I was even referring to her, but I used the word female. And at some point in time, apparently the word female or referring to females is now a derogatory term, which I was not aware of. But she was upset about it, and she was like, "You shouldn't refer to girls as females." And I'm like, "But that's factually and biologically true. So what's the problem?"
So what? You say what, ladies? What you say? What?
No, I don't. I don't.
Apparently now female is derogatory.
I think you just had a
I
bad
can
experience.
understand
No,
because
I've never.
But use it.
It isn't just
Use
one
it in a
person.
context. Use it for example. Use it in a context. How'd you say that why she responded that way?
Pretty much anyway. I don't remember the exact conversation, but I was just like, this female did that, or these females, or just like that. When you're describing a
I
group
feel
of,
like it's because you're grouping,
for me,
not
it's the
necessarily
type of
the.
person who
Yeah, he's
normally says
generalizing.
things
He's
like
generalizing
female.
at that
Mhm.
moment.
So
You're gonna
then
get
It's
response for that.
normally a certain
Definitely.
type of man who says and uses the word female. That's why I didn't like when I heard him say it. I'm like, what? Huh? What?
Yeah, she's
Because
taking a
it's
personal
normally
blow
a
to
Did you have a
that.
specific
feeling in your
She
person who
stomach when I
does.
said
you
that?
generalize her in
It's
a
just like you.
category,
I think
meaning like
it's
all
the
females are the same,
yeah, it's the
which is not true.
generalization, and so
Mhm.
I think you just hang on to the word where it's like, yeah, but I'm not all females.
But the thing is, the word female bothers me. If you were to say all women, all this, the word female triggers me.
Oh.
Why though?
It's because of the certain type of man who normally says things like females. All females are the same, and I feel like they say it to be like
So you're
I don't
categorizing and
know.
stereotyping.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, got
Just,
it. Just like a female would.
next.
Yeah, trying to do that, trying to generalize. Not all females are the same. They're really not. It's like all men are not the same. So don't do
Right,
that. Don't do that.
right. So, like I said, it's curious to me that certain words and certain terms upset people, especially when I think that people know that they're not, people don't intend to hurt their feelings. You can tell with their inflection, their energy, whether they're trying to be derogatory or speak down to you. But if you're having a regular conversation, you just happen to say, this female I was talking to, this female at work or whatever it is, and you say, don't call her a female. I'm like, why not? That's what she is.
The textbook definition. What do you want? What other term would you like me to say so that I
Right.
don't hurt your feelings? And how am I supposed to remember all these things?
I think it's a condition of the world we live in today, where people's feelings are a lot more prevalent and they're more likely to get hurt these days. I remember growing up, people weren't this sensitive. Maybe it was just me. I don't know. I mean,
No, that's very true. The world's completely different nowadays. So
or I think it's the
yeah,
West actually.
yeah.
It's more more Americanized problem. I think we're a lot more sensitive, and I don't think it's doing us a great deal of service. Basically, it's
I
doing
feel
us a
like
disservice.
we can't even have conversations about things because people are getting so like hung up on what words even mean that you're not even talking about the same thing.
Hmm. Now, I do agree that words do have meaning and words are meaningful, but I think it's still important to be able to read a person and their inflection and their tone and their energy and be able to decide how they're trying to use that word to you. And it isn't always going to be a word that's going to be directed at you in a negative fashion.
Well, I mean, people can always twist things up too. So people can go out and intentionally, slander people and belittle people. So there are people that exist like that. I
Hey,
mean,
shut your bitch ass up. Just
so
kidding.
yes, just to get a rise out of you. But like I said, end of the day, it's just like if you were called anything that's not you, you think that's you don't agree with it. It's just it's trying to get a response from you, a negative response from you. So, but yeah, that today it's that world. So
Yeah, gotcha. All right, so we'll move on to the next question. Okay. Is a woman who leads with wanting a man who is generous or likes gifts or wants to be lavish before she meets the man the same or similar to a man who expects sex on a first date?
there's a lot going on there.
Yeah.
I need a second to unpack
Start
that.
it off.
Is a woman who leads with wanting a man who is generous or likes gifts or wants to be lavish before she meets the man the same or similar to a man who expects sex on a first date?
I can go ahead and jump into this one. I actually encountered this like recently because um, obviously you meet someone, there's expectations, obviously, even before you even know or even knowledgeable about anything about the person. So you expect something that's gonna be, it's gonna keep you balanced in your life and in a relationship. So you expect something from somebody, and they have to reciprocate that, right? So um basically the princess treatment. What does that even mean?
Yeah.
So you're saying, hey, I need to treat you like a princess no matter what. Otherwise, there is no relationship. So if I don't treat you like a princess, then whatever your standards are, if I don't meet that criteria, then we don't have a relationship. So I've dealt with that before. So I don't get it, but that's society is.
Right.
I'm
So
s- I see, trigger word. It's not how society is because like I'm listening to the question and I'm like I can comment on the question, but like I'm a female, and I don't have that's not even my personality.
Yeah, that's
Like
I was thinking the
honestly,
same thing. It's like, but I'm not that type of female, so it's hard
and
for me
I
to answer questions
but
like this.
and so and that being said,
Well, as
like
a
the
female.
people in my circle, I'm like, Brittany, you been the princess? Like, so it's not that it's like
but
I've
that's
never
the
had
point. You see somebody next to you is getting treated like a princess with the person that they with. Why not me too, right?
Yeah, exactly. I
because
feel like
that
they both
may
have
not
So
be what I want.
I feel like they
s-
both have
it's up to
unrealistic
you. I mean, it's all up to
expectations.
you on
I
how
think
it's
that
I
we
said
all have
expectations.
ways
So
that we want to be loved or cared for. I think that the whole love language thing is a thing. And
but there's a limit though. There's a
oh,
limit,
let me
right?
let
There's a
me
limit.
let, let me explain for a second. I am talking to somebody that their love language and what they put out is to do that. I'm not used to that. And I honestly like it's cool from time to time, the certain things like I got a little chain. I'm wearing a little chain. It's not anything like extravagant, but like, wow, that was a gift. And I'm not over here like you got to buy me this, you got to do this, or well, I ain't the princess,
So you don't
whatever.
expect that every time now.
No, not at all, not at all. Like what
Like,
I need quality time, and quality time looks a little bit different. Um, it's not like sit down here and just spend time with me, but it could also mean like listen to my stories that go for 29 days.
but also,
Or
Candace, you're talking
So
about
you're a
getting these
rare
gifts and
species
things
then.
when you're already in the relationship. He's talking about women who want this stuff up front.
exactly, but I can't
Yeah,
relate to
yeah.
that either because I'm just like sit down and have a good conversation with me. Let's go somewhere and have fun. Let's I mean, we don't even have to spend money.
What's fun though? Like if you could take you to 4D, something like that, or
You said Fort D?
4D, yes.
4D, fourth dimension.
I like
I
when the
can
4D
sit
shit.
and play a game. We can play Uno in my house. Like like I don't need gifts. So it's awkward for me because that's what he likes to do is let's go shopping or I bought you this and I'm like take it back. like,
Yeah.
like I don't want I like those things but I'm like that's
You think it comes later? That's what you're saying?
need that ever.
At all?
I'm not
That's
used
her love
I'm
language.
not materialistic. And so, like, I feel like that applies to people that are about materials. And it's just like, what can you do for me versus like, who can you be to me?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Statistically, I mean, honestly,
I think y'all are just fucking with the wrong females.
no, I give it time because like you are a rare
One in a
species. You
million.
you really are.
One in a million. One in a billion.
You
Here.
really are.
Mhm.
You
You're
know,
looking in the wrong
but
place.
unfortunately,
Right.
social media presents people that have these expectations, right?
Mhm.
And people see that our young people see that, and they
They
get
think
into
it's
these
normal.
relationships, and they know what what they supposed to be getting.
Well,
The
as
brainwashed.
you should says, I'm not saying that you don't have standards for yourself, but like that should already be like I'm gonna cross that out because like you joked about this in the beginning, but like what happens if you lose your job?
That's real.
Then what? So
Yeah.
do they still like you, or is it what you can do for them? And unfortunately,
Yeah.
I've been a victim of that too, where it's not like I'm out here big balling or whatever, but like I've been taken more so for like what I can do for a person
Mhm.
versus like who I am. So I'm thankful to y'all two in particular, and Darren, you're gonna learn because y'all was in listen to my stories and like, there was an expectation of what can you do for me versus like you can't even listen to me for 5 minutes. And I know I'm
You
talking
can tell.
about.
Sometimes
Yeah,
we
that's a
can even get a
difference. That's
7-minute
No,
message.
I'm
that's a
gonna say she's a
difference.
good
Yes,
storyteller.
She is. She's
that's a
very good
difference.
at
I want to
capturing
make you
all
feel
the
like you're
yes,
there.
yes, all the nuances, everything.
Like, hold on, let's go back. Hold on, but wait.
It might be a hard follow, but once you get it,
Right.
Like, oh damn. Like, see, that's why.
Yeah, it's about the journey with her and her stories.
trust the process. Trust the process.
Kinda.
But no, I think that I'm old school. I'm 41,
I can say the same thing.
and I think you should.
But you 41?
No, I'm
Old school.
Old school. You already said I'm saying the same thing. You
Old school.
debate.
I think you should start off simple, and I think you should start off as equal as possible. You come to the dating table as equal as possible, and depending on how well things go, you level up. It's kind of like tennis, back and forth. You hit the ball back, the other person hits the ball back, and I think that's how you build a strong relationship. Because if you come to the table just only wanting what you can get out of someone, then that's not going to be a strong relationship. Because as you said, if that person then loses their job, you got with them for what they can give you. Now they can't give you because they lost their job. So you basically are telling that person that your only utility is what you can give me because you didn't build anything else. There's no foundation there other than materialistic
Yeah,
things.
relationships aren't are built on substance anymore. That's the problem.
Hmm.
They don't build on love. They don't build that. It's not something that it's reports everything. If you can't communicate, you can't. Like it's just you might as well forget about it. Let's just do not last if you can't communicate with each other. You know what I mean? So
Yes.
but yeah, old school is just the term, but yeah, when you know the person, you feel everything about them, and you build that rapport. You feel special about it. You get those butterflies, blah 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 blah. But nowadays, it's kind of like, oh yeah, I expect this from you, blah 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 blah. It's so weird nowadays. I don't know. It's just weird.
It
People
is.
people look at different angles now.
It's
So
tough to navigate
yeah,
because you never really
yeah.
know what the person wants because a lot of times on the first day, as everyone knows, people are sending the representative. They're not sending the real
You
the
can't
real
tell.
self. What?
You,
So-
I don't have anything to add. I was just smiling,
I'm just
Candace.
looking at it. I don't know what your experience is, but like mine is just different. And I'm listening to you guys, and I feel bad for you guys
It's tough
because
out here.
I'm not saying that I'm not trying to invalidate what you're saying or what you feel, but like I know that my own experience is completely different, and it. I want more for y'all. There's so much more to
Can
be
you say it
said.
a little louder, please?
I want more for y'all.
Thank you.
Yeah, there's so much more substance into it. Like it's not just like a give and take, or like what can you do when it's a balance and da 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 da. Like don't at this at our big age, okay? Don't we want to just like compatibility
Right.
is big. Values share
companionship. Yeah.
Hmm.
companionship, sharing the same values, because yeah, we can go and spend money, but like do you actually like this person? Are you like do you want to be with this person? Can you work things out with this person? Does this person problem solve well? Is there a codependency? There's so many things that are way beyond, you know, princess treatment and all the things we're talking about right now.
Well,
And so,
you talk about. It's a mental health term, but like the honeymoon stage. Every relationship has a honeymoon stage,
Right.
even if you won't even think about it, but it actually does.
Hmm.
People do change. People do change, and you can't even prepare yourself for that. But it might not be something that you like. Some it
or
might be
people
like
don't
a
change.
perk. There might be some perks in there, but people do change. It's the honeymoon stage. You get through that, you build a relationship, and then go from there.
I like to think that I don't do that, and I just am who I am. But anyway, can we just acknowledge?
Say that.
Can we acknowledge how much harder it is for men to meet women than it is for women to meet men? Because I was just showing Sean my Bumble the other day, and how I had 400 matches and didn't want to pay so that I could see who they were. And he's like, "I have one."
Well, that's science. That's
Yeah.
science. That's science. That's not natural. That's science. So you know you can't do that.
It's also a condition of the day of today, because men have always more or less been the pursuers and women the pursuees,
Pursuant?
pursuant,
I don't know. I'm making it up. I
the
don't
ones who get pursued, basically. And women know they can just sit there and wait for the men to come to them. Women want the men to do a lot of the first steps in a relationship, even though they said they want equality, though. So that's where the problem comes out. It's like, so if you want equality and you're saying you're equal to me, you can do everything that I can do, except when it comes to dating, you don't want to do anything. You you were saying something?
No, you were. Sorry.
Okay. It sounded like someone was coming.
It was, but I wait.
Okay.
I'm trying. Doing my best.
So it's a bit tougher for men to navigate the dating field, especially if you're using apps, because, like I said, the women know it's not just. I'm not just saying this. This is statistics. It's come from the dating sites themselves that show that I think for every 10 swipes that a man does, a woman might swipe once, something like that, or it might be higher than that. I think.
Men are just looking at pictures and they're like, maybe I have a chance, maybe I have a
Yeah.
chance. Women, I'm reading the entire profile. I'm
Yeah.
looking at all, like, do you want kids? Like, I'm reading
Like,
everything.
y'all-
before
Yeah,
I
but
y'all
date.
will go
you guys
just
will disqualify for the littlest.
Why do you
Oh,
guys
Yeah.
rely on that stuff though? Why would you
Because
Rely
that's
rely on
our
a dating
what?
you
site?
literally
Oh.
give me a blurb about what is your life. Like your bio is your first shot. And
Mhm.
so I'm gonna read it, and if you're like saying a whole bunch of things that is not for me, it's not for me. Or if you're just saying, "Yeah, I'm here to meet the love of my life," and that's it. It's like, okay, so
Well, that's
that's
the
all
general
you said.
concept though, right? If you go online, you want to be someone that's going to
Maybe.
be like your perfect
And then
match,
you're gonna
right?
hit me up and be like, "Hey, so what are you doing? Can we meet today?"
Catfish,
I don't meet people in real life, so I
catfish,
have to rely on dating
But
apps.
catfish.
it's not like okay. I'm gonna say this, and I feel like at first it's gonna be received as, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But you have to work a little bit harder, because at the same time, whether we are sitting here like, no, I'm a girl, it's like, no, there's other people that you might have good intentions, but somebody's just trying to fuck. Okay? So, how do we weed that out? We're going to weed that out, because on the opposite
Even when
side,
we try, we
I
still
don't agree with
can't.
that.
huh?
Even when we try, we still
Yeah,
can't.
and so
Work,
like, and you
work. It's
feel
all
like
work.
it's hard
It's
for
all work.
y'all, but it's like, if we're all going to that same site with the same intentions,
Mhm.
and for every 20 hits that you get, there's one person that's actually like, you know what? I'm here because I'm actually trying to find somebody to date and get to know and do fun things with, or just, whatever, get to know,
But
see where this can
it takes
go.
for someone to be like in a weird state of mind to even to agree to a date somebody online. Like it's
No.
bizarre to me. Sorry,
Why? I met
it's
my
bizarre.
husband
Where
online,
do
and
you
I
meet
met the
people?
Sorry.
person
Well, then that's a good
and I
example.
met the person who I'm talking to right now
Just buying all
online.
kinds of things.
So my
Is
question
buying
is,
me all kinds of things.
Darren, where
And
do you meet people? How do you meet people? Like, I personally don't ever leave the house, so I can't meet people in public. And also, like, do people still go up to people in grocery stores
that,
and
and if
stuff?
I was gonna try and meet somebody here by just going out, I'm gonna meet somebody that I met before. That's my
Yeah.
cousin. That's my friend's cousin. Like, you got to expand a little bit, and you can't
Well,
just fly all over the place
I
just for
actually
meeting
like
people.
I conducted a experiment recently. So like it's basically off your the environment is based on the socialization of people is based on where you're basically where you're at.
Yeah,
Based on where you're at, that's like the most important
but we in
thing.
Frederick.
Yeah, exactly. So like, people do meet people in other ways, They can go to church, they can go to church, and you can go to a funeral, stuff like
A
that. But
funeral.
No, I'm gonna go to a funeral today.
I'm gonna get a man.
Somebody.
but no, it's
Vulnerable.
about
Right.
it's a mental radar. It's science.
People
If
like,
someone doesn't attract to you, you don't pursue them. If someone is attracted to you, you do pursue them, right? Or you have someone telling you to go talk to that person at the bar, right?
At the bar.
Anywhere.
I went
Buy
with y'all
me
to
a
the
I'm
bar
drink.
making an
last
example.
time, and the crowd, that's not a place to meet people unless you're looking for a 20-year-old
Did you get
drunk
approached
person.
personally last time you went?
I
Did you
don't
get
agree with that.
approached?
I don't agree
Not
with that.
one time.
Oh.
And do you?
I don't
Do you
I don't
no, I'm
agree
just
with that.
kidding.
I don't agree with that. And I do disagree about men being the pursuers. No, because women can do the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time I do
It's all
though, I
about
feel like it
the
turns men
mental
off.
capacity they have at that moment in that night and what they're looking for. So
So you just said and that night.
confidence. It's about confidence.
Yes.
It's about
Men
confidence.
men love the chase. Men like feeling males love the chase. They love feeling
No, we
like they
don't. No, we
won
don't. No,
something.
we don't.
Every time
No, we don't.
I've told
No,
a
no,
man
we
that I
don't.
liked him, like I feel like they kind of back off. Like they want to do the pursuing.
But the
They
thing
don't. It
is, you
doesn't.
can't tell a man you like him. That's the thing. Though. Women
Why
don't know.
not?
Women
See,
don't know.
what-
No,
where-
here's the thing.
it's
material.
Here's why.
It's free assurance.
No,
That's
no,
free
no.
assurance.
Here's
That's
the thing.
like a check on the life.
No, no.
You sign off on it.
No.
Yeah.
Because I've even experienced that too when they're
Yeah.
too forward with it. What men want is women to be able to show choosing signals. Just little simple gestures sometimes or little acts and to let the guy know I'm interested in you. And then that's the guy's
So I can't pursue him. Got it.
no, you can.
I just have to let
But
him
walk to
know
a
that
guy
I
and say,
want
"Hey, I
him to
like
pursue
you."
me.
And he's like, "Oh, this chick's crazy. I'm not talking that shit." So you have to be able to
I read
choose
your
some
profile and I
things.
love everything that I read, and I think that we would be really good forever and ever and ever, and I love you.
And that's
So message me back.
so and
Uh,
that's why I've said before in a previous podcast or review I was doing that. One of the ways a woman can show her interest if she's in a bar situation, just this is just an example. Send them a drink, and on that drink, just write, just say a little smiley face on the napkin. That's it. If that guy likes what he sees, 9 times out of 10, he's gonna come over and thank you for that drink, and that's how you start the conversation up. If you're interested in him, just by looking at him and looking away, he's not gonna know that you're interested in him. He's gonna say, "Oh, she looked at me. She's attractive, but she just looked at me. She might be waiting for somebody else. She might have a boyfriend. She might be married." But just simply looking a guy's way is not enough.
So I
So
can't go up to him and say, "Hey, I think you're cute."
you can, but
He's like, "Ugh."
you have to be subtle in a sense. You have to use your womanly wiles.
that girls are not
I don't
that assertive, but they
to
are.
be
It depends
that
if you're like,
I don't think you have to
the level
be
of
that
confidence.
subtle.
Hmm.
I think you can just come up to a person and have a conversation.
You
You
can.
don't have to come up to the person and be like, "I like you. What's your number? You so cute."
That's the right way to do is have a conversation, a normal conversation with somebody. That's respectful. That's respectful.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. That
Because if you're interested, cool. We're gonna sit here and we're gonna keep on talking and we're gonna
That's the old
vibe,
school
like
way.
actually feel it out as we're having a
Yeah.
conversation. What are we talking about? Oh, can he carry a conversation? I talked a lot. Is he still listening? Like, oh, we're gonna figure it out. But I mean, we don't have to talk about like, hey, I like you. I don't know you. What's your name?
right.
You know?
Got you.
I would just like to say the last two people that I met on dating apps claimed that they were looking for serious relationships, and then after our first date, maybe months down the road,
Change it up on you.
I see them as the people you may know on Facebook, and they've been married for years, happily married for years. And I'm like, I gave you a phone number.
Prepare for that. Wasn't prepared for that.
All right.
I'm just done.
Don't be gullible. If you're online, don't be gullible.
Right. So we can move on to the next question because we're making good time here. But this one is a little more, I guess, geared toward the ladies. Would you go on a first date to someone's house?
It
Looks like
depends.
someone has.
Oh,
Jesus.
it depends. I
It
would.
depends.
So, like, if we've been talking for a while,
Mhm.
like, if it's not like, okay, this is the first time that we.
On camera.
Yeah, because I people that do.
So, short answer, would I ever do it again? I want to say no, but I probably would. But it's very dangerous and it's really not smart. Plus, one time I invited a guy over, and as soon as he got there, I realized I did not like him at all. Like, as soon as I saw him, I'm like, ew. And now I have to pretend to, like, I can't just be like, ew, go home. Like,
I would, but it's like if we were talking for some time over the phone, through text or whatever, videoed a
I
couple
don't know whether
times.
he's a serial killer or not.
Yeah, well, okay. So interesting fact that I might have shared already is
You
that
met a serial killer?
no, the guy I'm talking to has a wall with like all these big industrial type looking guns on them, like guns, and
Safe.
huh?
That's safe.
But they're locked up. Like they're actually like there's a lock and everything for each one of them.
Okay.
So like no, it doesn't feel super safe, and that was a huge reservation for me. But as we're talking about serial killer, it's like, yeah, I don't know. He's not a serial killer. He's not a killer. He's never killed any
That you
person.
know of.
You're inviting a stranger to your personal address. Not that they couldn't find out where you live on their
Are
own,
you happy?
but
Am I happy?
Are you happy right now?
I'm not. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm not in a relationship.
What's your first date? What's your first date? What
When
was
he's
it?
gonna take that.
Huh?
Your first date was this, your new guy.
Because we're not. I'm married.
I'm just saying when he's
For
gonna
a
take
whole lot, another week. What did you say?
Your new guy. So how'd you meet him, and what was your first date?
So let's go back, right?
Yeah.
Because we're talking about online dating. When you got paid for the dating
Mm-hmm.
and you got to pay real money for the dating,
Okay.
you level up. Just so you know.
You got paid for the dating?
It's expensive.
eHarmony is expensive as
So
fuck. I
is
think I
Apple.
spent $400 to be it not up front. It was like it was like we're gonna charge you this
Ooh, you
for
got
6 months.
money.
Not anymore. Not
You
anymore.
looking for Prince Charming?
eHarmony got that money now.
Did it
Well,
work?
listen,
Did it work?
like in hindsight, I'm like, why did I do that? I don't know what I was in there for.
There's
Like,
free sites, right?
there are, but tell me about your experiences with the free sites.
Hey,
We
we're
over
talking
here
about your
talking
number.
about girls wanting the princess treatment and yada yada yada. Now, so it was like a monthly charge for like 6 months of access, and honestly, you get on there, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know if I feel like. And within the first couple days, there he was. Um,
You wish you had bought a smaller membership?
there wasn't another option.
It's only 6 months at the least?
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah.
There's packages.
They lock you.
Sometimes they ask if you want a lifetime subscription. It's like, why would I want a lifetime
They
subscription
offer
to a
you that.
dating
What's
And there's
what's the
tiered
probability
things.
of them finding a perfect match for you?
I don't know because I remember looking through and I'm like I'm seeing the same people. But they do a really good job of like, it's not like come on here and say something about yourself. Like it's a thorough weeding out. So by the time you make it to even create a profile, it's like, do I want to do that? It's like, okay, people that are here, sure, I'm sure there's people that push through and it's like, nah, I'm gonna find somebody that I'm gonna take them home tonight. But it's not the same as getting on
So
like.
do they provide psychiatrists and therapists afterwards if the relationship doesn't work out? You ever see 90 Day Fiance? Right?
Yeah, but I don't think it's that serious. I think it puts you right back in the same category if something doesn't work out on a free site. But I forgot why we were. What's the topic?
I have
Because
no
there was
idea.
a reason I was saying this.
Would you
Oh,
bring
on
one
the
home? Yeah.
first, yeah. So full transparency, right? We met up the first time after talking and texting and videoing and all things. We met up, and then we had
Where?
FaceTime or Zoom?
When?
Was it like a
when
business transaction? You treat it like a business transaction? Or
no,
Okay.
like we were getting to know each other
Okay,
and
good.
videoed for a while, and then by the time we actually met up, we met up at a restaurant, and then the second time that we met up, we stayed in the hotel.
Thought you was married.
I was like, should I say that? Should I say that? That's okay. My spouse has someone too. That's weird, right? To say my
Well, that's
husband
fair.
is
That's
has someone
fair.
as well.
I mean, not what you were saying like 5 minutes ago, but it's cool.
What do you mean?
He was like, I am still married.
I am. We both are.
Not next
Well,
Friday.
Right.
Not next Friday at 2 p.m.
Yeah.
We're in the dinner bell.
Fight's over.
Doors are open. I mean, oh, sorry.
Whoa.
Too far.
No, I mean the point, but that point of that question is that you do not.
It's not a smart idea to bring
Yeah, you do
someone
not
in the first
It's
take
really not.
someone that
Not to my own.
barely know
Yeah.
to your house.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I wouldn't tell my
Not
kid to
saying
do
they,
that
they
ever.
not saying
Right.
generally they could be dangerous. You don't generalize that, but like they could be the most trustworthiest person in the world, but you just don't. That's not a good healthy area
Yeah.
for a relationship to start.
Absolutely. But I think at least for myself, there's this point where it's like I'm free. Like all that happened when we first it was June of last year. So you figure I just moved into my place in April. And it's just like a sense of okay, I'm free. I am able to do things technically because like okay, we're not together. We don't have any intentions of getting back together. Now I can do things that I haven't been able to do in X amount of years. So
I'm free.
right.
I think if I were a dude and a woman invited me over to her house on a first date, I'd be like, "Oh, she wants the D.
Yep.
She wants the D.
Mhm.
She wants it."
Yeah.
And
That's what I'm thinking.
the girl be offended if somebody was like, "Oh, so it's like, can you imagine?" Like, and it's like, "What do you mean? We just can't ask you here to come here for coffee. Like,
I've had some
you
experience.
don't have any self control."
I mean, there's
Look at
different
me.
ways of that night could be anything. Hey, you want to show someone that you can cook? You can cook for the person at your house, right? You could show them how you live. I'm not a messy person. Blah 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 blah. So
That's what
all
pictures are
that's out the
for.
window right now. So hey, let's there's some cheat codes going on. So do you like me or not? End of the night, boom. You see some things are you. So but I don't know. But I don't think it's a healthy place just because
Yeah, I agree.
historically it's
Mm.
not a good place.
I just think it's not safe.
Yeah.
First time meeting someone going to their house is just a bad idea.
Seen too many documentaries.
Yeah.
I feel something missing, you know?
To me, slash films.
All right, so let's move on to the next question. What you got from Brittany? If you shoot your shot with someone and they turn you down, are their friends now also off limits?
So hypothetically speaking, let's just say for some weird reason I would be like, Sean, I think I kind of like you.
No.
And then I'm just kidding. He said no. Can I now move on to his friends? Or what- are his
You
friends fair game?
glitch? Jeez.
Have you dated somebody in somebody else's friend circle?
Oh no,
I don't know.
um, no, I don't think that's a problem. I think it's like I think it would be more of a problem if you guys actually dated, like you were a thing for some time and then. But if it's like, hey, I really like you, and he's like, friend zone, like, all right, cool, I'm gonna go through your friend zone, and don't be mad.
Honestly, emotionally, that's a sucky feeling to know that a friend, quote unquote, that you been around, you socialize, you invite to cookouts, will have the audacity to date someone that you were with after the fact.
If
Because
you were with,
because 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 they feel like there is it depends on the person. The level of like or the space. It's about the space, the time that they feel like they are comfortable to engage one of your exes.
that's
Well, that
if
wasn't the
you were
question.
And
if you were
I
dating.
speak by personal experience because the fact that someone close to you, it could be a best friend, and then they wait to a point where they felt comfortable, meaning time, that it's okay, but based on their criteria, to holler at somebody you already been with.
But that's someone you've been with versus someone that like what if it's just like she said like she said, hey Sean, I like you, and he was like, but I don't like you.
Yeah. And then
And
she goes and talks to you.
right there then so then
All right. Let's say Sean says he likes you, you say no, and then he turns his attention to me. I first of all would be like, ew, like you don't even like me, you like my friend. And then how do you know whether he just doesn't want to be with me because he knows I hang out with you a lot and then we'll be running in the same circles? But I would say, like, let's say Sean tells me he likes me, and I'm like, no, thank you. And then one of his friends tells me that they like me. Maybe I do like his friend.
But you're like you're undermining you're undermining your friends. Like, oh,
how
I'm,
though?
I'm the better pick. Basically, I'm the better pick initially,
No, you
right?
just turned me down. If you thought you wanted to pursue something with me, I gave you an open invitation by telling you, hey. And so if you don't want nothing to do with me, don't get mad because he does. That I mean, because then it's a competition between y'all. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Y'all are fighting.
Well,
You
there
didn't
there
even
are
want
there are
me, and now you mad
there
at
are
me.
consequences to that stuff.
He didn't want me, and now you
There are
mad because
consequences.
like
There is a code.
that is
Yeah.
between the bros, not between the girl.
But if I were dating
There should
somebody
be.
who already expressed interest in my friend, I would always be feeling like I'm second best. I'm not even who he wants.
Yeah,
Now,
I mean, females.
that's the thing
Oh
to it.
man.
let's step it up a little bit. Let's move to the next level. Kind of Darren already started going there.
Yep.
If you
Females.
Females.
if you are dating someone, you break up, is it okay to now date their ex?
No,
It seems desperate. It's like there's so many other people in this
Just
earth.
asking. It
you
happens.
just want to stay
Sorry, let me
close,
put these
huh?
down.
You just want to stay close. You just want to be
Are
around.
you just trying to rub it in my face? Like, what is happening here?
That is not. I mean, honestly, end of the day, that's not a friend. That's not a someone that you need to be around. It needs to be in your circle because they were waiting for that person. They're waiting for the opportunity.
It's crazy how much it happens, though, for real.
It
Yep.
does happen a lot. It does happen a lot.
Men
But
have
like,
no morals.
end of the day, that person is not
Males,
supposed to be
males
in your
have no
circle.
morals.
It happens.
They made points.
It takes two.
Yeah. Cut that
But
motherfucker out there, fucking out the picture completely.
yeah.
After that,
Yeah, I agree with
They
you.
did it for you.
I think that if someone was with, if you're friends with someone, we'll take Darren for instance, because it's getting a little confusing in my head. Your ex. Sorry.
Andrew?
It's an imaginary
Jesus,
one.
say
Sorry.
names.
Sorry.
But
Andre.
would you stop
I'm not good.
saying names, golly? Anyways,
Oh shit.
I think there are off limits I mean, I think once you're whether it's your boy or your girl is dating somebody else, that person
Now
is,
we're talking about dating, though.
no, I'm saying when they were dating and they broke up, whether
Okay.
you're a female or a male, and your friend is dating someone else who's a male or female, depending on who you are.
Yeah,
If they break up, I think they are off limits.
absolutely. Absolutely.
I think we're all in agreement on that.
Yes, we're in agreement.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it should be like that.
Unless, of
Here.
course, it's one of
The code.
Yeah. For me, it's not even so much the code. That's kind of nasty to
The
go behind
code.
your friend or whoever it is. I've never been able to do that. I cannot go behind a friend of mine or a family member.
Yeah, you can have my sloppy seconds. Here you
Yeah,
go.
no
That just
thank
shows
you.
deeper problems. It's like you have no real relationship, sir.
Mhm.
No.
Nah.
I'm
Mm.
like, do you know what I did with her? You want that? You know what she does? She does this crazy thing.
The better man or the
That's why
better
you got
woman
with
for that
me.
person.
hmm I just could never. No, because
I could never.
You have to be ready to end that friendship
I can
forever.
never.
You gotta be
But
ready
what
to.
about if that person like engaged you?
no, you got to tone
Self
them down.
control. Self
Because of the code, right?
control.
It'll feel awkward.
Girl code,
Right?
boy
Don't forget
code.
the code. Don't all of a sudden get fancy and forget the code because she engaged me.
I've never done that.
I didn't say you did. I was just responding.
Maybe a thought of doing that, but no, I will never engage
I
Right.
just realized people are gonna
Same.
be looking at me like I'm a
somebody
hypocrite,
that's already
and
been,
I am.
Like you what?
yeah.
If they look at my history, I'm talking about Brittany now. Okay,
Because you're grown.
I'm grown. Okay,
Healing.
I done some
Growth.
things in my past, and I learned.
Okay.
I learned.
I mean, unless you can't get nobody else. Oh, I'm gonna go to the friend now.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
I
it's
think it's
easy.
weird. There's so many people out there, but you're gonna go for someone else's seconds.
That's
It's
exactly what it is.
yeah.
The way that celebrities do it, it just boggles my mind.
They have to though, in a sense.
True, because you got a very
'Cause-
limited pool.
Yeah.
Unless, yeah.
They're thinking about their
Yeah.
wealth.
Go
They're
get you
thinking
a
about their
normal
fame.
person.
It's a PR scheme. It's a PR scheme. Honestly, at the end of the day, with celebrities,
I
because
feel like they have so many secrets that they can't date outside of their pool.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And a lot of them are in relationships just because of their secrets.
When they do
Nice.
first day at
And
their house.
You don't want to date a fan,
No, because you'll never know if they really love you or not.
right?
Mm.
So it's for them. I feel a little sorry for them because it's recycled.
Mhm.
It's disgusting.
There's reasons why women like Kim
good.
Kardashian can't
Good term.
keep a man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Recycled people.
All right. We got like two more. So next question: how do you feel about middle fingers up in pictures? Like if you come across someone's picture and their middle finger is up in it.
Middle
What's-
finger, cigarettes. No, nope.
Yeah.
Well, people. I mean, you think obviously you think about social media. You
I
see
think it's
actually
classless.
you see young people doing that, giving the middle finger and this shit.
Feel too sometimes. The ones that don't want to grow up.
Yeah, I mean, it's also it's like a sign off.
Who are you
Some people.
FUing to? Is it me? Like, who's the FU to?
No, it's not even that. It's a sign off for some people.
Like peace?
Like how they
Yeah.
saying
Oh, sorry,
goodbye.
That's.
Uh,
And that's just the world.
Yeah.
That's just the world. And someone said, "Hey, that was cool," so I'm gonna do it too.
Have you seen those videos where people will like give the middle finger to their dogs and the dogs flip out? No, you seen those?
Mm.
I think I've sent you before. That's how I feel sometimes when I see it. When I come across it, I get very triggered. Like it.
Why does it trigger you so much?
I don't know, but it just does. I'm like, that's so rude. You don't even know me. You don't even know that you even did it
So
to
it
me.
feels
but
personal.
It does. It feels very
You
personal.
really don't know you.
I'm like, how dare you? How dare? Don't you? Hey,
I'm making it cool though. I'm making it really cool. I'm making it really cool. I made it really cool.
break it.
Put that finger down before
Yeah.
Stylizing
Big
it.
Mama said, "Hey, put that finger down."
Right.
That only means one thing. You either want to bust a move, or you you want something done. That's just pretty much that's how it's gonna go. Period. It's something that's disrespectful.
Agreed.
Period.
Yeah, I'm not for it. But
That or this.
I'm so glad the duck lips have pretty much died out.
They haven't.
For the most part, they
They
have.
haven't.
But for the most part,
Uh,
they
They
have.
haven't.
Yeah.
They really haven't. That for people our age, they haven't.
No?
Although there's a lot. Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Sometimes, okay, I don't know how to pose for pictures. I don't know how to pose for a picture.
Yeah,
Like,
but
what
I
do you
used to.
mean?
photogenic
Yeah,
anyways.
I used to.
When I
Very
do
photogenic.
what? Like, what is-
Anything. You're just lucky to be photogenic. You should see my pictures. It's
I've
it's like I
seen
just ate a
them.
line.
Yep.
How's it go?
Oh,
Yes, ma'am.
Like act natural, Sean.
I'm trying, and I always blink too. As soon as the flash goes, blink. My eyes are closed. Or since I'm black, you don't even see me in the picture.
Hey.
maybe he's got
Me,
sensitive
I'm
eyes or
black
something.
too.
Yeah, but I'm darker
Yeah.
than you. You're
Mhm.
more
Yeah, you
power,
kind of light.
power
But
male.
that's just the confidence thing. At the end of the
Trying to
day,
say I'm not
so.
confident?
Not saying that. Not saying that.
Then what are you
Maybe a little
saying?
over the
Just
confidence.
saying that. It's just that
I mean, you shut your
it
bitch
just
ass
takes.
up right now.
It's just it's not for everybody. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, we all have our talents and things we're blessed in. I'm just not photogenic. I'm okay with that. It's fine.
Yeah. Hey, I know that
feel
field
like
now
I'm
too.
You
photogenic.
are.
Why be in photo? I mean, why expose yourself anyway?
I think
Period.
that at a certain point, if you see a picture that I posted of myself, I tried 5 times before I got to the sixth.
I wish I could try 5 times.
And you're one of those people.
Six
You're
months.
one of
Try
you're one of those
It's like
people, right?
23
What's one of
times.
those people?
knowing
The
your
selfie,
angles.
the
Huh?
selfie,
Knowing
right?
your
No,
angles.
I mean, if you go on
The
my
selfie.
social media, find the last selfie that I posted of myself. If anything, you gonna catch these guns. Is what you gonna
She got
catch.
some guns. I think you need to show the people.
The guns. That's what I will do. But like, I haven't. It's just my guns and my kid on my social media. That's it. Cause I mean,
You're building back your resilience, right?
it's there.
Good.
I didn't
Should
know.
never go away.
Huh? No,
Should never go
we
away.
just gonna build upon it. Mm. And what do you say? Project, not projected. Cultivate it. Cultivate it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ava's real resilient. My kid's name is Ava. We ain't saying no name. But that's her name. And she's resilient.
Sounds about way too much information.
Huh?
You know, people knocking at your door.
You're giving a lot of time.
Social
You're giving a
On
lot of
security
time.
number
next
is-
Saturday at 2 p.m. or whatever.
Friday at 2 p.m. Friday at 2 p.m.
Friday at 2 p.m.
Oh. Yeah, come up in the courthouse and get God. I mean, what
Get God.
You gonna have
Yeah.
like a line at
Yeah.
the courthouse.
Yeah.
At
Procession.
2 o'clock. 2 o'clock.
The people be out there doing my light work for me.
Sign out.
Flowers.
Hand this. You remember me? You remember me back in the day?
Mm.
Montgomery County Circuit Court.
Oh.
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 Too much information.
Line up if you want me.
Right?
That's funny.
Just don't
Oh,
take them home on the
shit.
first date. Or do. Whatever you want to do. You're grown.
I'm too busy being a princess.
Princess treatment.
All right, so we got the last question of the night. What are some of your red flags when considering someone seriously for dating? So, what is a no-go for you?
If I catch him in one lie, I don't care how
Just
small
one?
it is, just one.
Yeah.
If you're lying, why
Yeah.
are you lying?
Yeah, because why?
I mean, what if
Yeah,
it's a
like
white lie?
why?
What if,
No.
what if you
What
like
is a
running
white
late a
lie?
little bit? And you're like, I'm
Location.
That's
If they don't tell you their
that's disrespecting
location.
my time.
Oh, I can't give an example. So, you know,
You know someone's location.
if you're like
He said.
nearby, if you're like nearby, but you don't want to give me your location, but you're telling me that you're nearby, but you won't give me your location, that's a red flag for me. Meaning, you got some other shit going on, some extra shit going on, right?
If I
Right?
ask you where
Before you engage me, right?
Okay.
All right, cool.
like if I ask you where you are and I ask if you left yet and you're like, "Yeah, I left." And I know that you're lying, that's different.
Mhm.
But if you're like flat out lying trying to deceive me purposefully, I can't get with
Yes.
that.
Gotcha. I do that a lot.
Not giving
If
a
you ask me
10,
if
not
I've
giving
left yet, I have not showered yet.
Oh, I know.
Touche.
It's true though. I haven't gotten a shower yet.
But I
Yeah,
know that if I
sometimes-
ask you what time are you going to be here, that you'll give me an honest answer. And that you'll update it if that changes, correct?
Well, here's the thing.
No.
I give my
Here's the
honest
thing.
answer based off the time I know it's going to take me to get there, but I don't factor in traffic.
Okay. So add 30 minutes
The
depending
way
on
that
how
you canceled and you haven't been for your cleaning, I know that's a HIPAA violation, but you canceled on me in the middle of traffic because you plan to leave right on time from your house and then try to come down 15 and 270, really too busy busy old highways.
They are.
Yep, and you still ain't rescheduled.
So I feel like if you're also lying to
That is
yourself,
But that has to be. But it has to be an exception.
Wait,
It has to be an exception if there's high.
I'm
Your hygiene process is everything. Hygiene process is everything.
Wait,
So
what did I do?
yeah.
she's been holding this grudge for quite some time.
No, Sean is my patient. HIPAA violation. And he gave me consent.
I actually was trafficked that
No, I
morning.
remember, but
Yeah.
you left
Oh.
with just enough time to get to the appointment, and that's the point.
So Sean, that's different though. Like you're also lying to yourself. You're not intentionally lying, so that's not technically a lie. Like if
It's not a lie, but it wasn't.
I know,
either.
I just
He's like,
responsible.
he probably checked traffic on a Saturday morning, like it takes 30 minutes to get there, and then left 30 minutes before the appointment time. And now I'm mid patient. He's my next one, and he's sending me screenshots, and they're coming through to my watch. And all I see is a picture of
Traffic.
red, a red line talking about I'm gonna be late. Like, of course you are. You just left and you trying to get down 15 and
But it's not his fault. It's not his fault at that point.
Yeah.
yes, it is because you need to plan ahead.
It was like a parking lot on the
It-
highway that day.
But
In
it's
the mi- on
red.
a
But it's
Friday,
red.
on a Friday.
Yeah, in the
It's
morning.
red. It's red though.
It was
Right.
My phone was like 11 o'clock or 12
No,
o'clock?
it wasn't.
10 o'clock.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't that early.
It wasn't in the
You
morning.
could have left
Right.
2 hours early, like you're going on a flight, and then but there's you hit that red line.
Yeah,
Right?
but my point
Indication
is,
there is traffic.
y'all know
dead
15
live.
by now. I was on 15 today. It's a Saturday. When I got off at 2,
Mhm.
and I sat in traffic on a Saturday. Okay, we're dealing with 15. We're dealing with 270. You already
upset.
No, because circling back, my red flag is you talking to me like you trying to sell me something, and we both know it's bullshit, but you sitting here trying to talk to me like what? It was red, yeah, and
It's
you're
called
gonna plan for that.
accountability, Sean.
I-
Take accountability that you did not plan ahead.
I don't like that. I don't like
It's
yeah,
human nature. It's human nature. We make excuses. So you know.
yeah, like I don't like that.
I didn't make
I
an
don't
excuse.
like things where it's like you might tell me something. There's situations where we could just be like, hey, yeah, sorry, it was a little bit traffic. Or like, hey, yeah, sorry, where we could say something we feel like it's gonna blow over. But with me, the shit ain't gonna blow over.
Apparently
It's
not.
no, well,
So
I'm
you're
giving you
gonna
a hard time
resonate
about the
for what, a
appointment.
year? Internalize for like a year, and
No,
then
I'm giving him a
finally
hard
see
time.
him?
I'm giving
Okay,
him a hard
all
time
right.
about that. But just in general, if you say something to me and you think it's gonna fly, but I could be like, you could be like, sorry, I forgot to, or I just left from. I'm on the way. I'm gonna be about 20 minutes late. Blah 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 blah. But just I'm making something up, and I'm not saying this is how I am or whatever. But
Yeah, you
just
are.
it's no, I'm not.
You
Because
take
I
it very
don't have
personal.
anybody's location, but I'm gonna use that as an example. I know people have like Life 360 and stuff like that. But just say, for example, I have your location, and you're like, "Yeah, I'll be there. I'm almost there," and it's like, and I'm watching you, right? And you're like, "I'm almost there," da da da, and then you get there, and it's like, "Sorry, I was this happening and that happened." It's like, but you forgot to tell me how you stopped by da 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 da.
Mm.
Like, don't like that
Like,
shit
where'd that
piss me off
Slurpee come
because it's
from?
like you don't have to lie. It could be something we can laugh off and blow off, but you're not even being transparent. And you're standing in my face, lying to me in my face because you think it's a white lie, but it's like
You think you're
it's not
cute.
a lie if I can debunk it on the spot.
Just
And
for
then
clarity,
you
she is
sitting over
not
here-
talking about me.
No,
We
I'm
do not share like locations.
I don't share locations with anybody. I don't do that, but I know that people have that. Like my kid's not driving, so I don't have anybody else to clock.
Yeah.
But in general, like it's not a location thing. It's more like if you tell me something and I could be like, especially if I can send you a screenshot. Boy, I'm the screenshot queen. Like I'll send you a screenshot. Like like that stuff. If it's something I can debunk like that, I'm done.
I don't want to be in a relationship with somebody that I trust so little that I need to have their location.
Yeah.
Like that's
same.
crazy to
No,
me.
yeah.
It's a red flag.
I
It's a
don't do
red
the
flag.
location
It's-
stuff.
I mean,
But
it's a
I
red
mean for
flag if you,
kids.
like have the app on your phone.
No,
and
I
have
get it.
no
Like if you're in a
notifications.
family, you got a family unit.
Yeah. But I don't do the location thing. But I'm just saying,
You're
for example,
self-conscious.
like you
You're
try
just
to
being
tell me
self-conscious.
I was like, do you know that I can see this? Or do you know that you said this? Hold on a
It's
minute.
like, what is your level of delusion that you're telling me these things when I have all this factual facts?
Traumatized. So yeah.
And also, I like to point out, I made my last 3 or 4 appointments, especially when I got my what's my filler.
That was with Dr. Tran, not
still
with
made
me.
'em.
You've only had one
Name.
cleaning with me.
No, the first one I had with you. Yeah, and I was on time. That was super early in the morning
Did you
time.
hear what he said? That was
First
the
one?
first one, and that was the only time.
Oh.
He's supposed to come back 6
I've only
months
been there
later.
like 3 times.
That's
Every 6
different. You went for
months.
restorative treatment. You had a cleaning with me.
Yeah, first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there on time.
First time.
You know how many times you're supposed to get your teeth cleaned in a year?
I don't want to know.
Once.
Okay. So
Two.
you,
Hmm?
He said 2.
How many?
yeah.
Guy in the back.
How many?
The guy in the back.
How many?
So I missed my second cleaning.
You rescheduled it.
Yeah. Did I?
Yep.
I
And then
did.
you missed it.
And
Yep.
now everyone
Is that why
knows
they're not
about
calling me back?
Sean's
This is
dental
what I'm
hygiene.
talking about. I will walk you all the way out. I'll walk you all
Walk
the
it
way
out.
out just so we can end up at the same position, which was you're overdue.
They didn't call me back. I thought they didn't want me no more.
I hate that right there.
You're personalizing.
I hate
You
that
personalize
right
this
there.
question.
No,
When the patient gets in the chair,
You
it's
are
like I was
personalizing this
supposed to have
question.
a filling done, but they never
Why did you
called.
call me?
You're
ain't
personalizing
trying to
this
help
question.
me.
You got a lot of trauma,
no,
girl.
so
You
I
got a lot
thought
of trauma
because
over
since I
there.
canceled because I was gonna be
No,
late.
I'm not gonna sit and listen to somebody's bullshit.
Oh.
Well, sorry. And
Well,
then
it's
I
from
take
your friend.
responsibility for self. You over here like they didn't call me. I'm calling you.
So-
I tell you.
So I'm still okay to make an appointment? I thought it was canceled over there.
No.
So I can or
They-
can't?
You can.
Oh, okay. All right.
The
I'll do that
Candace and
then.
Jonathan show.
Huh?
The Candace and Jonathan show.
It's Jonathan.
Jesus.
Jonathan show.
Sean's gonna make an appointment this week.
I'll see what my schedule looks like.
I see your
And traffic.
knight in shining armor next to you.
Knight in shining armor. Who's that?
Maybe.
You?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. He's on top. You ain't got a car right now. But yeah, so I guess my red
Love is
flag.
blind.
Or what
You
we were
know,
talking about.
Love is blind.
Red flags.
Oh,
Yeah, red flags. Did we make our way around the room?
We did.
I don't even know if I said
Kinda, I
anything.
don't
I have no
know
idea
what
what you're
you're
doing over there.
Me?
Your
Oh, I
little
don't.
rant over there.
Are you triggered?
You got trauma over there, girl.
And I do.
In your occupation. But no, red flags, everyone has them, obviously. So if you don't have them now, you will obtain them. You will see them. You will, it's just what it is. People are not perfect, and you want to engage in a relationship with somebody, you're gonna see red flags, basically. That's just what it is.
Yes, my red flags are tattoos above the neck.
You don't like tattoos?
I'm not big on tattoos, no. I thought I'm old school. I'm not saying I hate all tattoos. I know all of y'all got tattoos. You heat.
I actually regret mine, but
Mine are covered, at work. So
Watch your arm right there.
if I had no tattoos, I would actually be an anomaly
Look,
because
it's
most
Kristen
women have
tattoos.
tattoos. Most
Mhm.
people have tattoos, and I feel like not having them now would make me different.
You
it's expression. Don't hate on expression.
Because I thought at least you had like one. I thought you might have had
This
for
guy-
some reason, I
this
thought he
guy-
had like a tiger on his
This
chest.
guy,
That's
over
tiger.
here, this guy over here.
You would think looking at him that there's something on there, like
No.
maybe right here.
I got this snake right here. I like snakes.
It's got a heart right here that says
Well, I was thinking,
Synced
just in
it.
case I turn to a life of crime, it'd be harder for someone to, identify me. Oh, it's that guy with the dragon tattoo. No tattoos. What he look like? I don't know. He's tall and he's black. That's a lot of people.
Well, now they can
Good.
say he's tall,
how
black, and has no
tattoos, like-
tattoos. but
Yeah.
Came to
Been a
be. It
deal.
was is basically they tatted you, and that's what you were. You like how you were known in jail, basically.
You know how they can
Yeah.
also ID you? Your dental records.
That's when you're dead. That is when you're dead.
They can also just be like,
What about fingerprints? What about fingerprints?
Am I just biting stuff at random, biting door handles? How does that work, Candace?
Here's this block of
Huh?
cheese.
No. How does
Look at the
Here's my dental records in my first date. Here you go.
Open your mouth.
You
Freeze.
be-
Open
in
your
case
mouth.
you're a psycho.
the same way that they would hold you in I'm making I don't know if this is the word, but hold you in contempt to check and see what tattoos you got. Open your mouth.
Maybe you like stick your
I
arm
had
in
to
their
use-
mouth and they bite down and then you run to the lab.
But I would have had to bite something.
I no, I get it. There's a disconnect.
Okay.
There's a disconnect. I'm gonna show you. When you come as a new patient, you know how you came to me for your only cleaning, and you know how like we have tracked to say what I mean when you come and Dr. Tran did what he specifically did.
Mm-hmm.
So we know that you have a filling on 19 mesial. We know that you have a crown on number 20. We know that you have, and everybody just doesn't have that same layout in their mouth.
You'll just
So
have to
we're
flee the
not-
country and get all new teeth.
We're not
Simple.
talking about your bite registration.
Mhm.
We are talking about we know what you got where in
But
your
how is
mouth.
that going to link me to a crime is what I'm saying.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I've been saying
how
all the
was
time.
the tattoo gonna link you to a crime?
Someone
Well,
could
I'm
saw
saying,
my
like, did
tattoo.
he rob? Did he carjack somebody and then bite the seat? Like, what-
Yeah.
True. Man, I'm
um,
True.
yeah. So like I said, tattoos above the neck because I'm sorry if you got tattoos above your neck, but I just think that most people who have tattoos above their neck, there's
What?
they ain't a lot of
What?
they ain't a lot of good things coming from you.
Damn. So there's
Yeah.
not a lot of good things coming for me
You got a tattoo above your neck?
over here.
Oh, you-
Above yours. I was like, listen.
I don't know.
But I said plural.
Things are different nowadays, though. I mean, you can go to Wall Street and see someone with a tattoo on their neck. So
Shoot, you can go in DC
But I'm talking
in
about
the
plural.
government and see
Plural,
somebody
when
that
they-
got just got pulled over for DUI.
I know a
And
lot-
ain't nobody talking about that
I know a
because
lot
you
of
know it's part of the
females are
Trump
getting
administration.
tattoos
But I'm gonna
above
save
their
that for
neck,
another
you know,
time.
or behind their ear. You
tattoos
know,
are expression. Tattoos are expression. So you can't can knock on that. Sorry,
expression, excuse, whatever
Do
you
you
want to
have
call it.
one above your neck?
I do not.
Oh, okay.
See, what I don't like is when people say on their
You keep it
profile,
in right
I
place.
like tacos and I'm
If you get a
tatted
tattoo,
or something.
put it in the right
It's like,
place, appropriate
Yeah.
or
place.
tell me about your
Yeah.
tattoos. I'm like, why is that the first thing you want to know about me?
Right.
Do you have a lot of tattoos?
I only have one and I never got it finished, and I'm debating whether to get it finished or to get it removed.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Tattoos are it's a stigma to them too. It's like
Is it what? A stigma?
a stigma. Yeah.
Yeah, you're a biker.
No.
And you're going to hell.
Hell's Angels.
No.
No, I've heard people say like, this is commemorating this, or this makes me remember that, and I get that. To each their own. You do what you want to do. It's your body. It's just for me. It's not for me. I was actually considering a tattoo years ago. I was considering getting a sleeve, and
Not just getting a
You.
tattoo, but jumping from
You.
0
Go big
to
or go
100.
but I was gonna get blacklight ink. But when I asked the girl, I was like, "So can you not see it?" She's like, "No, you still be able to see it kind of, but you see it a lot more pronounced when it's blacklight ink." And I wanted it to be like you couldn't see it unless it hit a black light. So
Well, some people are just afraid to live sometimes. So
you trying to say I'm afraid to live?
Yeah.
I'm not saying you.
I
But
have
people are
jumped
afraid
off
to
a
live.
plane. Have you?
People are afraid to live.
No, you haven't, have you? I was living. Tell you what.
We'll enjoy those memories.
Stay inside that box.
Very proud, aren't you?
I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you should get a tattoo to commemorate those memories.
My birthday a couple years ago.
Hmm.
Yeah. Other red flags for me. Oh, I can't think of any right now, but I know I got a bunch.
A red flag that's developing for me is that you are not doing something to take care of yourself. That looks different. It looks different for everybody. Um, but we are not in our 20s.
Right.
We're barely in our 30s anymore. So, like, taking care of yourself, like I said, it looks different. Sometimes it's your mental health. Sometimes it's your physical health. Sometimes it's, making sure you're taking your vitamins or being intentional about that sort of thing. Taking your prescribed medications
Yeah.
because they were prescribed for a specific condition that it's not controlled unless it's controlled.
Right.
So things like that, like I said it before, at our big age, like we can't ignore it. Because we are transitioning into a time that, we're next. Unfortunately, not
For death. I mean, getting older.
after our parents
For ailments.
Oh,
are next. And
Yeah.
so
We're
like
starting to get decrepit.
it is a little scary thinking about it.
it is. So that being said, it's like we need to do what we need to do to take care of ourselves right now. Even like for me personally, it's physical activity, but I'm still not doing it right.
Mhm.
I lift and I'm like, oh, for my guns, but like my shoulder is stuck,
Candace
where-
and I were talking recently about how, like, when we were younger and thinking about people who are our age and even the next generation, how our next generation are now parents. We used to think they were so old. And so when things would happen to them,
Mhm.
we'd be like, oh, well, they were old. Like, no, they were not.
Right. And so it's like we can't wait until like, oh, I guess we getting old to start. I mean, you can, but it's gonna be a lot harder versus like, let me try to take care of myself now, or let me try to reverse some of this. Is it high cholesterol? Is it high blood pressure? Is it high sugar? Is it diabetes? Whatever it is, do what you can right now and don't act like we're invincible because we're not anymore. We used to be.
Right.
We're not anymore. So like ignoring those things, and I've seen it. Like I've seen it in my family. I see it every day. Where you just kind of like ignore those things, and and what's the end result, or what is the not end result, but what does it get you? So, not just being in tune at all. Again, it looks different on different people. Priorities are different, but just like that mindset, not having that mindset or awareness is a red flag for me.
Yeah, I agree. Very well put. I'd love to add more, but we're kind of out of time for tonight. So I thank everyone for joining tonight. You guys have been great. I loved it.
This is a good one.
Good conversation.
Thank everyone for watching. If you're watching live or catching on the replay, make sure you guys tune in next Saturday. We're trying to have these things every Saturday around 8 o'clock ish, but probably CPT time. But Saturdays at 8. CPT?
It took everything in me not to give the
Color
sign
people
off.
time.
Sign off.
But yeah, make sure you guys leave any comments and in the comment section. Make sure you subscribe, and I hope you guys are hitting that like button as well. We need that for the analytics to push these episodes out to people. Help us out. Doesn't cost anything. We'd love it if you could. Make sure you guys check in next time. Once again, I'm your host, Sean. To my right,
Candy too cute in my 20s.
she's not in the 20s.
That's Curly Locks LLC.
Candace ___ Kane. Damn it.
Darren MHC.
Stay tuned. Content coming. For real.
After Friday, 2 p.m.
Yeah.
Line up, line up.
All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. We'll check you guys next time.
Bye.
Alrighty.